Yesterday, the wind hit me and felt really chilly. We won't call it cold just yet. But yeah, that is what's ahead for us in a few weeks, rather. As we look at our forecast going forward into this weekend, we are not talking about snow. In fact, temperatures are going to be turning more mild. We will still keep the breeze with us. Luckily, tomorrow, it will relax for us. We look at our setup with our radar and satellite. Still have that storm that we talked about yesterday that was over the Canadian Maritimes. It sagged farther south, but you can still see that spin there. And then we take you farther off to the west. You can see some of these showers diving down over a ridge. So we're in between these two systems again, and this continues to funnel in that wind. Right now, that breeze out of the north about 10 to 15 miles per hour sustained. Strongest wind has been felt across the Cape and the islands near and above 30 miles per hour. Here's the thing. As we go through the rest of today, I think inland, your strongest wind is happening right now, and it's still going to stay breezy by this afternoon, but the strongest gusts are still going to be found across the Cape and the islands where you're closer to that storm that I pointed out. By this evening, less in the way of wind, but still a bit of a breeze out there, especially across the coast and Cape. Temperature-wise, it is off to a cool start. Low 50s out there, 53 in Boston, 49 still in Worcester. High temperatures today doing better than yesterday. Already, temperatures are running a couple to few degrees warmer than where we sat yesterday. Highs make it into the upper 50s to the low 60s. Here's our temperature trend for the weekend. Tomorrow, highs will be in the low to mid 60s, so above average. And then we take you up even higher come Sunday with temperatures in the upper 60s. This is ahead of some changes that we have to start the work week. So we look at our future forecasts. Tomorrow we wake up to some sunshine and we stay mostly sunny throughout the rest of the day. And then heading into Sunday, a mostly sunny start. I think once we get closer to sunset and thereafter, we're going to gather some clouds. And then you can see already some signs of some showers. And this is ahead of our next frontal system that's going to bring us the chance for rain starting Monday morning. But this system is pretty progressive, so it's just bringing us some showers on Monday. Then it's out of here, and then it looks like we have another frontal system that's going to work on through Tuesday night into the Wednesday time frame. So a couple of things happening in the pipeline as we head through next week. Our warmest day over the next 7, you can see, luckily highlighted this weekend for us on Sunday. Are going to continue to climb into this weekend. More mild, low 60s for us tomorrow, and upper 60s knocking on the door of 70 degrees by Sunday. At least one of those days will have less wind, and one of those days is not today. You still have that breeze out there. It's out of the north, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. The strongest gusts have been and continue to be across the Cape and the islands, where you still have some gusts that are pushing above 30 miles per hour. Gusts 37 miles per hour for Nantucket. Here's our wind gust timeline into this afternoon. It's still going to stay breezy, especially for us inland, but the theme is that the wind is going to continue to taper off as we go through the rest of today, although it's still going to stay windy across the Cape and the islands and still pretty breezy this evening for those locations. Temperature-wise, we're climbing upper 50s. We're getting there. 58 in Boston, still 54 in Worcester. A lot of low 50s across the Cape and the islands where you have woken up and continue to see more clouds, while inland, that's where we have abundant sunshine. So mostly sunshine through the rest of today. High temperatures maxing out in the upper 50s, low 60s. We'll take a closer look at what's in store for the weekend forecast and our next chance for some showers that's ahead.
The 7 News now to